What's up, y'all? Hold on. Hold on. Gonna work these kinks out. Okay. So, before we start, hold on. Get this mic right. All right, there we go. Now we about to rock out. Oh, hold on. All right. So, imagine you playing a video game. And you playing a video game and then your game start lagging. Then you go out throughout the house telling people like, you basically disconnect the Wi-Fi from everybody in the house so you can game better. You notice you start lagging again. And then you go to your sister's room. You see her playing the video game. You see her doing whatever she's doing. And you put two and two together and you say to yourself, my game is lagging because she using the Wi-Fi. And then imagine getting choked out. Excuse me, y'all. I just came off of a crazy cold. So if my voice started cracking and all that, my bad. But imagine, and I mean just imagine, y'all, you getting choked out and over some Wi-Fi. There's a guy, and I'm gonna leave the link in the description for y'all to, check it out. This guy ended up taking his sister's life over some Wi-Fi. Matter of fact, the story is Kevin Watkins. A lot of people been asking me, they've been saying, Donta, your stories are too gruesome. Your stories are beyond belief. Are your stories real? Are they fake? Is this a work of fiction, fantasy? Well, I decided to not put links in the description because I felt like, why am I even explaining? Either you're going to listen to the story, enjoy the story, or roll out. But I knew for the sake of the people that I need to give y'all the link to what I'm talking about, because I knew that y'all this was going to be a beyond belief story. If y'all want to check out this story after this live or Google it right now, his name is Kevin Watkins. This is the cat that ended up taking his sister's life, choked the life out of her over Wi-Fi, playing the Xbox. Before we even get into the story, I wanna address a couple of people and a couple of things. Number one, this is the Donta Show, okay? This is the Donta Show. If you don't like my stories, if you don't like the way I tell my stories, it doesn't cost you nothing to click on a different video. For you people that's a part of that alphabet mafia, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I don't care what y'all do. I don't care how y'all program. Donta, I'm not even gonna say that I have an issue with you type of people. I'm gonna put it out like this. I rock with who rock with me. I love who love me. If you got a problem with me, then I got a problem with you. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. For the people that been rocking with me the longest, y'all know how I feel about that mafia. So what's already understood do not have to be explained. We at 65,000 subscribers, y'all. And somebody wrote me, they emailed me the other day, and they said, yo, Donta, why do you, and y'all know, I get hundreds of emails a day. I get hundreds. So I can't respond to all of them, but every once in a while, I will respond. If you keep trying to get the attention of somebody, eventually they will answer you. So I'm going to answer your question, whoever you are that asked me this question. The question that was asked of me was that, do you believe in God? Do you believe in Jesus? Right? And then this person said, if you believe in God and you believe in Jesus, then why don't you talk about the scriptures? Now I'm about to answer that question. Number one, Jesus, or some people call him Yeshua, is Lord, period. That's the bottom line to it. Yeshua, Jesus, you know, the person that was sent down here and got murdered on Calvary. You know, the one that took that flogging, the beating, that got spit on. You know, the one that got the thorn of crowns put upon his forehead, dug deep into his skin when blood was drawn. And he was laid down on some wood, and they put stakes in his palms to hold him up, and his feet. Some people will call him a madman. Some people will call him crazy. And then some people knew exactly who he was. Donta, understand and know that YouTube, social media is controlled by the powers that be. I know that. I know that this is not my house. I am a guest. I am a guest in the house of what you call social media. At any given point in time, they can turn me off just like that. So, to answer your question, y'all like, what that got to do with Jesus? There's a big reason why. When Donta was giving y'all Bible studies, somehow, some way, the Bible studies would just poof and disappear. Then I did it again, cause y'all remember I said we gonna do this every Tuesday. We'd do a Bible study, and then y'all wondered what happened. But when I was doing the Bible studies, they'd knock it down. Have y'all ever wondered, if y'all go back to my videos, just go to my popular videos. Go to my popular videos, the videos that got over 100,000 views. If you look at the content, the context of them videos and the thumbnails, it's either dealing with booty bandits or somebody getting violated in prison. One would say, Donta, why is that? I don't know. Y'all tell me. Why is, but when I talk about God, what? Maybe 1,000 views. It take what, about a week for a video like that to get 1,000 views? But as soon as I talk about a man being violated, oh, them numbers go up, right? They go all the way up. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I had to realize that YouTube is WWF, World Wrestling Federation, World Wrestling Entertainment. And I also had to realize that if I really could, y'all, I would not tell another prison story. I would never tell another hood story. If I could, I would just tell y'all Bible stories and relate them stories until today's time and let y'all know about all the foolishness and evilness that's going on. But I know that this platform is not for that. So that's why every once in a while, I sneak it in there. You know, I got to be like this spook that's set by the door. You know, I got to be deep cover. I got to play deep cover. I got to be an agent, right? I got to be a sheep in wolf's clothing. Y'all get that? Donta got to be the sheep in wolf clothing. Y'all got to understand, man. It's when you try, I realize something, because it's something I want to say so bad, but I know there's certain people from that mafia, and y'all know what I'm talking about, that be watching my page and be reporting, just waiting for me to say something crazy. Here's the crazy thing, y'all. To be homophobic about something, you have to be afraid of it. I'm not afraid of no dang. Y'all know what I'm talking about. For anybody that is from that community, if you get offended for anything that I say, all you have to do is unsubscribe. There's over 5 billion YouTube videos, over probably 100 million channels that you can go to. If you think I'm homophobic, if you think that I don't like them type of people, I'm not going to sit up here and explain myself. I really don't care what your opinion is. If you don't like my stories, if you feel like that I'm painting y'all in some type of way, then roll out. I'm just letting you know I'm not with it. My thing is, they say that they want people to accept them. I'm sorry. I can't accept. I can't accept you. I just can't. I can't accept. If my kids come to me and say, "Hey, Dad, I'm a rabbit," I'm not going to entertain your foolishness. Just like if whatever you thinking I'm saying that might be offensive, if I was offensive in anything that I was saying, then I meant it, and I'm not apologizing. That shit is just wicked. wicked. Y'all, you know what? Forget it. I'm going in. I'm going in. I'm about to go in. It's you know, I always wondered, like, how did we get here? How did we get here? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did we even get here? This person from that mafia going to tell me, I wish you would try to stop me from going into a woman's bathroom. I said, if my wife go into a bathroom and you try to go in after her, I'm going to bust your head. Let me ask y'all a question. Why is it that the ones that think that they are women want to go use the woman's bathroom, but the ones that are born a woman, why they don't never want to go into a man's bathroom? Answer that. Why they don't ever want to use a man? Why do the natural born woman that decide to be a man never want to go into a man's bathroom? I just want to know. I'm going to tell y'all something. The gates of hell have been busted wide open. And I tell y'all all the time that everything that used to be right is wrong now. And everything that's wrong is right now. Everything is unlawful. Everything that was unlawful. And y'all don't even get it. Y'all don't even get to play. Because that community, how does that small community have so much power? You know what I'm saying? How? How did it flip? I'll tell y'all why. I don't believe that we are in the end times. But I do believe we are right there. Like literally right there. Banging on the door. Like anything can happen now that can literally start that doomsday clock of us literally being in the end times. This homosexual stuff, this homosexual spirit that's running rampant in this earth now, just one part of the ploy. That's just one part. It's just one part. When you look at the children of today, I'm talking about the babies. Why is it that all babies, is there any normal babies? And when I say that, why does it seem like every child that's being born has autism? Huh? That's what I'm trying to figure out. How is it? Now, I know, I was born in the 80s. There were some people that had autism. There were some people that, was mentally challenged. But not at this rate. It's like, is there any, and I'm not saying that as a shot. I'm saying, is there any normal babies being born? Is it in the water? Is it in the food? Is it in the air? How can we escape this? I guess at the end of the day, for you devilish demons out there that be writing me all type of crazy stuff, we all was promised one thing. And what that was? Death. You can work out, eat the healthy foods, don't drink, don't smoke, discipline yourself. But eventually we all going to die. Eventually we all are going to die. And whether you believe in Jesus, Yeshua, God, or whatever you believe in, see, before I actually became a believer, of Yeshua, Jesus, I used to tell myself that I didn't really believe in God because it was too many atrocities happening around the world. And it just seemed like there just could not be a God until I experienced something unusual, something of the supernatural, something that was unnatural. See, sometimes God chooses who he wants to reveal himself to. Blessed is the ones that did not see Jesus and believe in him. In 100 years, y'all, everybody that's on the live right now, we got 49 people in the building. And only 18 likes, but that's cool, because y'all always doing me dirty. But that's cool. But y'all about to get this. In about 100 years, Donta will be 135 years old. 135 years old. I don't know, if Donta owned a house. Donta owned 3 cars. Okay. Donta have a YouTube channel. Donta have maybe 4 pairs of shoes, maybe 50 white t-shirts, and probably 20 black tees, and probably every color of this hat. I probably make, maybe in my lifetime, before I leave this earth, I probably make maybe $5 million, God willing. I don't know. The point is of what I'm saying. One day I'm going to die. And everything that I have worked for is going to be given to somebody else. One day, the things that I worked for is going to be given to somebody else. All the things that I loved, everything that I hate, it's just going to be a fade, a memory. The Holy Scripture says that your life is nothing but a whisper. Your life is just nothing but a whisper. So when Donta get on here and tell y'all these stories, like I just told y'all the story that went viral the other day about the dude, AJ, that ended up taking grandma's life because she told him to hand them keys over. Y'all remember that? The story that just went viral last week? And then people had the nerve to ask me, are you making this story up? I can't find this story. We want to address that right now. I don't know where you from. Whoever, all you people that's asking me, is this story real or fake? I don't know where you from. But in Flint, Michigan, and in Detroit, the great 313, in Detroit, Michigan, grandmas get killed for less. Grandmas get killed for less. And as far as the names, the reason why you cannot find the story, it's because AJ is not the dude's name. AJ is not the dude's name. Somebody said, well, Donta, why did you put his why you put his face out there? I put his face out there, and I put a black line to cover his eyes. Nobody know who this cat is. I put a black line across his eyes so he would not be identified. The better question is this. Why did it have to take... No, I'm going to say that for later. I'm going to say that for later. But I'm going to tell y'all this. Men that decide, men that make a decision to violate another man because they got bad charges, they would say, well, that's macho, or that's a power thing. No, that's an all lie, them all excuses. Men that do that, it's because they freaky. Because they sitting up in there horny. And that is a excuse to go violate another man. When you will hear cats say, and you women out there, for you women out there, and I'm not saying all jail dudes is like this. I'm not saying that at all. But a mass majority are. And they will give you telltale signs. Telltale signs of how they was in there getting down. The other day, y'all remember that dude Dino? The last video that I dropped about Dino and Peaches? Yeah, y'all remember that last video that the very last video that I dropped is called Dino and Peaches. Dino was locked up with a homosexual by the name of Peaches. And he was dropping Heavy D off in the Peaches. And then when he got out, he started talking to an associate of mine. And Donta told the associate of mine because he got love for her. Here's the funny fact about this. Dino, when he was locked up, he was a Muslim. A Muslim. As soon as he got out, when they told him to pack it up, he took that kufi off and he took that Quran and left it right there on his bed and got out here. Somebody said, yo, Donta, what, ain't you afraid of that Dino might try to kill you for outing him? Let me tell you something. Or maybe I should just show y'all something. Well, I don't know if y'all can see it right there. Them right there almost missed the main artery right there. Okay? When I'm pushing that blade, or getting that blade pushed on me, when it's on, it's on. I could have got up out of here many a times. My number could have been called many a times. This can go all the way back to when I first broke into a house. When there could have been somebody on the other end of that door or that window that I was creeping through with a gauge or a 9 or a 357. The Bible says that God hates cowards. For you, and let me, I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be fair. Because there was a homosexual that was real upset about what I said. Even though I really don't care, because that particular homosexual was whacked out anyway. But to be fair, I'm going to say this. No, I do not believe that all homosexuals got HIV. I'm not saying that at all. For that homosexual cat that wrote me that long email talking about I'm being homophobic, shut your mouth and bite some soap. if you listen to my story that I told, I never said that he had that. What I said was Peaches had it. Peaches had HIV. How? How did we know this? Because Peaches was in there slutting himself out. And he let it be known. See, and this is why I don't, sometimes my stories might come off as unbelievable because I be leaving a lot of stuff out. When I drop a story, just enjoy the story because I leave a lot of stuff out. But you get people that just, oh, but what about this? What about that? That don't sound right. Peaches was positive. And some cats that Peaches was messing with, it ain't for me to explain. When I tell you all these stories, either listen to it or don't. Listen to it or don't. Because then I have to sit up here and keep explaining why I didn't say this or why I didn't say that. And Peaches, I didn't even say Peaches' real name. And I didn't even say Dino's real name. So you, for the people out there that want to just keep digging and digging, keep digging. I'm not going to explain nothing else. Either you're going to enjoy the entertainment that's in front of you or you're not. Roll out. Because really at this point, it don't even matter now. And to be honest with you, as far as Dino go, even though that's not his real name, me and Dino then had conversations many times. Donta ain't saying that he's invincible. But when you from the streets, and I'm not talking about being no stepper. I'm talking about when you come from poverty and being poor and being around certain people and you being involved in certain things that you should not be involved in. You know how to move around. You know how to deal with people. Listen, I done survived the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and we is 3 years in the 2020s. I don't think a person like Dino, I'm not worried about no person like Dino. Because like I said, we all promise one thing, and that's death. And that's all I'm going to say about that. You can't, when I decided to get on YouTube and run my big mouth, I know what comes with this. I know exactly what comes with this. That don't bother me with the hundreds of emails, the hate emails that I get. That don't bother me. Because I know in real life, and I wouldn't ever, and like I said, I'm not a violent man. But I know in real life is real life. For some of these cats that be saying all type of crazy stuff about me, I won't even say if you see me in real life, you wouldn't say it to my face, because I want to get a little bit more personal. If we was in a room and there was no way out and there was just a pencil on the middle of the floor, the best, only one leaving out that room. And that's how I like to do it. Forget the threats, forget all the, oh, you wouldn't say that to me in real life. No, that's cool. Because you might get wild and say it. You might have your phone and say, oh, there go Donta. I'm about to world star him. No, let's get up close and real personal. And let's put a number 2 pencil right in the middle of the floor. And if you wondering, if you one of the ones that be emailing me these crazy things, and if you wonder what's the number 2 pencil for, well, if we are put in a room, a real small room, and there's a number 2 pencil in there, you better get it before I get it. And only one person get out the room. That's how I like to play games. Now, let's let the military mind games commence. Like I told y'all, this world is a stage. It's a stage with a lot of actors and a lot of puppets. And y'all know I'm going to address it. Let's talk about Israel. Let's talk about Palestine. Let's talk about Hamas. Let's talk about what's going on overseas. Somebody said, Donta, who you rolling with? You rolling with Israel, or you rolling with the Palestinians? What's the solution, Donta? Who you rolling with? I'm rolling with life. I'm rolling with human life. I don't think people really understand what comes out of their mouth when they say pick a side. First of all, that hatred that the Israelis and the Pakistanians have, that beef is thousands of years old. That hatred, if you're a Bible person, that hatred goes back in ancient times. Y'all got to understand, these people are dying by the hundreds, by the thousands. We here in America, we done got fat. We done got fat. We done got lazy. When somebody die close to us because it's because of a nigga done put bullets in a gun, loaded the clip up, and killed one of our loved ones. We don't know about a bomb being dropped on a whole community. Think about it. Think about where you live out, whoever you at. Right? Think about it. What's up, PJ Bell? You got the shout out, homie. Think about that, y'all. We worry and squabble about bullshit, right? Think about that. Think about if you live in the projects and a bomb just dropped and everybody that you know has perished like that. Imagine so loud. Do I got any Army vets in here that been to war with bombs dropping, with bullets flying? And for my felons and my convicts that's in the comment section, or anybody that been shot at but not actually been shot but heard that whizzing noise going past your ball cap. Let's think about that. Think about that. See, we like to play, and I'm going to say all of us, we like to play military mind games. We like to think that life is a bowl of cherries. Imagine your whole family being wiped out. Just like that. You ain't got time to grieve grandma. You ain't got time to grieve your 2 sons and your newborn baby and your best friends that stayed out on the street. Imagine your whole neighborhood being level and steady being getting bombarded with bombs. Just imagine that. Imagine that. But we here in America love playing these military mind games. Some of us have experienced pain, losing a loved one. But imagine losing your whole family. Just imagine you don't know where your husband and your kids been, or 2 of your kids is dead because they right here dead in the rubble. But you don't know where your husband is at. because he's been kidnapped. Or you don't know where your wife is at and your mama because they've been kidnapped. You can't find their body because they've been kidnapped. You don't know what's going on with them. And over here in America, we celebrating the 50 years of hip-hop. Over here in America, we are celebrating 50 years of hip-hop. Let me ask y'all a question. Ain't it evil? I'm just asking. Ain't it evil? Do y'all think that this evil for people to... We are living backwards, y'all. The Bible says that my people are destroyed due to lack of knowledge. The Bible says my people are destroyed due to lack of knowledge. Man, that is sad, bro. Growing somewhere where you don't have choices and no one to help you. Imagine. I think y'all need to imagine, man. Imagine somebody kicking in your door. It's 20 men outside with AK-47s and 10 men coming in your house with AK-47s. It's you, your wife, and your 4 kids and grandma. And they line them all up. And one by one, you got to watch each and last one of your loved one die. And you is the only one that's left. And then what they do to you, they gonna knock this life down. Already know. I done got too crazy with it already. See, these are the stories. When I tell y'all these prison stories and I tell y'all these hood stories, I leave out a whole lot. I be wanting to, and that's why some of my stories don't be sounding like they real. Because I leave out a whole lot. Because I know YouTube is going to shut me down. So y'all got to take what I give you. But when I go live, I get just a little inch. Because it don't be that many people in my live. So ain't nobody can report me. So I usually can rock out on my lives. But then again, y'all remember what happened the last time I did a live? They ended up shutting it down. We ended up getting 500 people in there. They shut it down. But it's cool. We don't know pain. Some of us do know pain. You know, you cats out there, the Bible says the word hate is very strong. There's a time to love. There's a time to hate. I hate some of you people out there. I really do. And I really mean that. What is so wrong with Donta saying that we have to protect our women? What is so wrong when Donta say that women are the most unprotected species in the universe? I know that there's women out there that might deserve a punch in the mouth for setting up somebody to get murdered. I know there's women out there that's trifling and dirty. I know that. But this ain't for the women. This for the women that ain't got no voice, that ain't got no big brother or no cousins that steppers and getting abused and pimped out against their will and want to leave. This is for them women. So what is so wrong for Donta speaking up for them? Right is right and wrong is wrong. Let me tell y'all something. I get it now. When Yeshua said that If a man strike you in the face, turn this way and let him know he can hit the other one. Walking away from an altercation, walking away after getting punched or slapped in the face, really takes a strong man to do. I don't know if I'm not going to lie. I'm not disciplined enough to get slapped or punched in the face and walk away. But I have to get there. Because that what makes a man strong. And I'm not talking about a woman hitting a man. I'm talking about if a man punch you in the face and you can be like, yo, you got it. And this not even on no punk stuff. Not even on no, oh, I'm scary. No. If a man know what he can do, that he holds life and death in his hands, or can pull out something and take you out, and he restrain himself from doing that, this is why I stay home. People in Kentucky be like, yo, Donta, won't you come out? Why you don't never be out with your fans? We love you up here in Kentucky, man. Come out. You in Lexington? Come. Do you know how many people when I went live the other day, when I was in Lexington? Man, come out. Come here. Come there. Nah, I can't. I can't. I can't. I got too many responsibilities. I got a lot of people that love me, and I got a lot of people that hate me, right? I got a lot of people that love Donta, and a lot of people that hate me. And the ones that hate me, they hate you. If it's the truth, then it's the truth. When Donta shined the light, and somebody will say, well, Donta, that ain't your business. That ain't my business. I'm going to tell y'all what is my business. When you hear a woman getting her ass beat next door, you say, mind your business. Yeah, I'm going to mind my business because I don't want to go over there and kick in the door and be Captain Save a Woman or Captain Save a Hoe. And then I get my brains blew out when she going to go right back to the nigga anyway. I mind my business because that's real. On the flip side, that woman that's getting her ass beat and I hear the screams, and I also know the history that this woman got 2 PPOs out against him, restraining orders, and he done broke into her house. I'm gonna make it my business to go over there and choke homeboy out and tell her to call the police while I hold him down. The Bible says that God hates cowards. You have to pick. You have to assess the situation. And I know most, my cousin died this way. Here we go in Columbus, Ohio, that great 614. I love Columbus, Ohio. Love it. But I got a certain piece of me that's still there. On the side of the road. Off of Cleveland Ave. Morris and Cleveland Ave. My cousin, see this white chick getting her ass beat. Bow, bow, bow. By her black boyfriend. My cousin called me. Donta, where you at? I'm coming down Morris Road. Hey, bro, you think I should break this up? what's going on? Man, this black dude beating this white girl ass. I said, no, leave that alone. You don't know what's going on. No, bro, man, he about to kill this broad. My cousin, get out of his car. Go over there and lay hands on homeboy. Knock homeboy out. What do the white broad do? She pick up a gun. Bow! Left my cousin right there on the side of the road. Get her dude up. Come on, baby, let's go, let's go. And they jump in the whip and they get up out of there, get caught later on. And here I go, looking at my cousin like, didn't even know that the white chick did it, thinking that it was a nigga that did it. So I get it. I get it. You just got to assess the situation. I want to address, we putting it all on the table tonight. Everything going on the table tonight. When I tell y'all to hit that like button, I tell y'all to hit the like button for a reason. We all know YouTube done slowed Donta all the way down, almost to a screeching halt. When y'all hit that like button, it do something to the algorithm. When y'all write comments in the comment section, it does something in the algorithm. We got over 65,000 subscribers. The Donta Show is not me, it's y'all. This is your platform. Y'all made this what it is today. And yeah, we're going to get 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's already done. We ain't even worried about that. We just got to keep it alive. Everybody that be putting something in the Cash App, let me tell y'all something. And everybody that be putting something in the PayPal, whether it's $1 and whether it's $10,000. I want to tell y'all something. I know everybody ain't got it, right? I know everybody ain't got it. Just nobody, thank you for that. Said, found out about you a few days ago. Big fan of your stories. The gym can only do so much for me. What I need is wisdom. Thank you for me. Oh, I'm about to give you some wisdom. Just nobody, I'm about to give you the wisdom. I'm about to give you the wisdom. But hold on, let me address some people right quick. The people that be blessing the Cash App and the PayPal, I want y'all to understand something. Y'all took the time out and put whatever y'all put in there. Is highly appreciated because you did not have to do it. Clayton Martin, thank you for that. Just like Clayton Martin and Just Nobody. Y'all don't have to do it. When I tell y'all it's a hard press that I'm pressing y'all to bless the Cash App or the PayPal, that's just a joke. I do that. That's a part of the entertainment that I'm providing for y'all. But the truth of the matter is, for y'all to even spend $1, just $1, it's a blessing because that's just $1 that I didn't have. Right? There's $1 that I didn't have. So I want y'all to know that Donta do appreciate y'all. And for you cowards out there that be talking about, oh, go get a job. Go get a job. Let me tell you something about a job. Do you realize doing social media is a job? You got to understand that when it comes, spread eagle, add pearls. Thank you for that. Hey, y'all make sure y'all check out the merchandise too, because I got it pinned in the description. Y'all see it. Y'all check out the merchandise too. The store is open. Thank you for that, add pearls. When y'all take the time out to give Donta whatever y'all choose to give me, it's highly appreciated because y'all did not have to do it. So, and for the cats out there that be talking about, oh, go get a job, oh, stop begging. Social media is a job. Don't get mad at me because I'm successful at it. Don't get mad at me. If you don't like my stories, then go somewhere else. It's not that hard. If you hate when I say hit that like button, or I tell you to bless the Cash App or the PayPal, that is my job, dummy. I don't like to insult people. I really don't. It brings me down to a negative level that I don't want to go to. But social media is a job. I drop a video every day. Sometimes twice a day, sometimes even 3 a day. I used to drive trucks. Being away from my family. Pushing 70 hours sometimes a week. Being away from my family on the road. I got all boys. I have to be, as a black man, present in their life. I have to be here. I got responsibilities right here. And then I got a contract with the Michigan government to deliver your medication and your specimens. You know when you get your blood drawn or you get tissue samples and they got to get a rush order? And that rush order can be an hour away. Donta created a business in the state of Michigan. Then I got a business loan to get me 5 cars. Insurance, all that. And train people to go. Man, anyway. What I'm doing right here, right now, this is God's work. And if you don't understand that this is a job, entertaining you, because it's nothing but in entertainment and education, really. The entertainment part is with the ooh, the ahs, and the push that blade and all this and that, and spread eagle style. That's the entertainment. But the education is when you hear these stories about a man getting his butt taken by another man. This is where the education come in at. So when you decide to go pick up a gun and go body the next man that look just like you over nothing, understand that these are the terrors and the horrors that is going to be waiting for you. Yeah, you might get a hold of a blade, and you might can even push that blade. But you ain't beating 3 or 4, 5 men with knives too, and you ain't never been in a fight in your life. I done told y'all the time that I got poked, where that? Y'all see that? Y'all see it? Y'all see that big slash right there? The time I got poked, I knew I was going to get poked. I knew I was going to get stabbed. But guess what? He might got me right there, but I got him right there. Y'all don't see no cuts. I knew I was going to get poked. That's a part of it. I knew I was going to get stabbed. But I knew how to give it back. I had to take that L right there to get that win. But y'all just keep thinking that it's a game. Keep thinking that, I'm going to say this once and for all. That's once and for all. These stories that I'm giving y'all is for educational and entertainment purposes. You think that it's a game? You think it's a joke? Because I tell y'all in a comedic way, but when you end up behind bars and you in a cell that you really can't, you could only stretch from one hand to here and one hand to there, and if you tall, good luck, because you're going to have to slump. But when you get in a cell, when a man that been down for 25 years, longer than you've been walking on this earth, that been doing his push-ups, that been doing his sit-ups before they took the weights out. He been crunching them weights. That been into many, 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 many fights. And because you went out there stepping in the name of gang, banging, and keeping it real with the homies, and they ain't sent you no commissary, and they fucking your baby mama, yeah. And you got all this stress. Keep thinking Donta videos is fictitious. Keep romanticizing of wondering, is he telling the truth? Is this story real? When you sitting in that cell and you contemplating ending it all because your baby mama getting hard dick dropped in her by your homies? Yeah. And military mind games are in full effect, and nobody putting nothing on your books, and you in there starving because they want to give you just enough food to survive the night, and you getting desperate in there because and then you see somebody like Freaky Freddy that he got the store. He got all the noodles. He got all the honey buns. He got all the Mountain Dews. He got it all. He got the summer sausages. Also, speaking of summer sausages, tomorrow at 8 o'clock, y'all better be in the building. I'm dropping a crazy video tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Make sure y'all be there. When you sitting in that cell, and because you thought Donta's stories was a work of fiction, and that man that I just described that been down for 30 years, 25 years, and he like men, and he done read you when he done claimed you at the gate. How you gonna stop a man? How you gonna stop a man that's about even 6 foot, right? A 6 foot man weighing about 260. Been down for about 25 years. His whole program, his whole get down is to hit you right here. Between the ear and the jaw, right there, that soft spot. Bam! This is a man that mastered pressure points. Hit a man right here. That's back in the day. Y'all see that fist? Back in the day, Donta crack yours right there. Bam, you going to bed. If you don't go to bed, then I'm coming up with the other one. How you gonna stop a man that gonna punch you right here and everything go black, and then you wake up with your asshole hurting? Yeah, we finna get real raw and nasty out here, y'all. Y'all just keep thinking this is a game. Keep thinking that these stories ain't real. Because when you wake up and your asshole hurting, you gonna wish like, damn, I should have listened to Donta when he was telling them stories. I should have put that gun down. I should have cut the phone off when the homies told me, let's go ride. Because the same homies that said, let's go ride, was the same homies that bit the cheese and told the detective A, B, and C, and you was the one that pulled the trigger. You the one hopped out and black, 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 and got all up on the phone, all on Instagram. Yeah, we out here, we outside. Black, black, black. Now you getting your ass ripped apart by a booty bandit. Now you done got choked out. He done choked you out a couple of times and had his way with you. And now then you said, but what about the guards? Hold up, let me move this mic. You thought the guards was here to protect you? Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. You thought the guards is here to protect you? You don't understand that these guards is in on it? You don't understand because you gave the sergeant an attitude. He put you in this cell for a reason. You remember when you came in and you looked over there to the right when cats was catcalling, and you seen homeboy, he had like his pants was kind of fluffy, and you thought you was tripping, but you said, why is he wearing a diaper? Now you know why. Let me make sure this audio ain't messed up. Hold on. Now you know why you wonder why dude was wearing a diaper for men. Because he got busted wide open. I went to court with my brother, and I spoke on his behalf. My brother was facing 12 years, dodged a bullet. See, when you do good in the community, when you do good in your community, Donta's name hold weight in certain communities. Donta was a product of poverty, poor, and breaking in people's houses and robbing people. Thank God that I didn't catch a bullet in my head for robbing people and breaking in people's houses. Thank God I changed my life around. Thank God that I am not the man that I am not the boy that I was yesterday. Just because you fucked up today, let me say that one more time, because I guess I got to give it to y'all real and raw. Just because you fucked up today, like I was, that don't mean you will be like that later. If y'all only really knew how I was, man, yo, I don't supposed to, I can't say I don't supposed to be here because I'm here. But I done did things that I deserve death. Just nobody said, New Way guy who was too big to get his kick. He never learned until it was too late. A girl which saved me from going to prison, getting pounded by 6 foot tall Godzilla. Let me tell you something. Ain't no girl beating me. That's out. That's out. Ain't no girl beating me. But I get what you're saying. But check this out. If you a big guy, I told my oldest son this, because he liked to fight. He liked to fight. He not no bully, but he really liked to fight. That's why I got him into boxing. If you a big guy and you be putting hands and feet on people, I had a cousin in Flint, Michigan. His name was Fatty. And he used to whoop ass. He was about, what, 16, 15, 16, whooping grown men out. Grown men out whooping ass. He whooped on the wrong grown man. Drug dealer. Whooped him out. Beep, 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 boom. That grown man couldn't take that ass whooping. So he pulled out the hammer and he got them running. And boom, boom, boom. He shot my cousin in the back of the head. He hit the floor. He fell into another family member's arms. And he said, I'm dead. I'm dead. I don't know where the soul is at. I don't know if the soul is in the brain. I don't know if the soul is in the heart or the cavity chest. But the family member said he was running towards him. He was saying, I'm dead. I'm dead. Keep your hands to yourselves. If you want to fight, there's outlets. for that. You can become an MMA fighter or a wrestler or a boxer. Keep your hands to yourself. Stop putting hands on people if it's not warranted. I know we got to protect. Oh, and I'm not telling y'all not to protect yourselves. I'm not saying that. But don't go looking for trouble. Do not go looking for trouble. Somebody wrote me in one of my comments, and he told me a Roman proverb. He said, never go to your enemy with your sword out. Never go to your enemy with your sword out. Don't go into the world with your sword out, but go into the world with your hands open to let your enemy and let the world know that you are not a danger. You are not a threat. Don't go into the world with your sword out. Now, there's words of wisdom. Let's get back to the Israel and Palestinian talks about this war that's going on. He said he got one. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know why God, this is your answer about Israel and Palestine. I'm about to answer you. I don't know why God allowed for things to be as the way that they are. I can only go off what the Holy Scriptures of Revelations in the Old Testament talks about. Israel and Palestine been beefed out for thousands of years. That hatred runs deep. That's the devil, y'all. The devil hate when I get to talking like this. That hatred between both camps runs deep. When they say, Donta, you rocking with Israel or you rocking with Palestine? Death is death. Carnage is carnage. There are a great loss of life. Great loss of life on both sides. I don't know an Israeli personally, and I don't know a Palestinian personally. I don't know. I can't get up here and say who I side with because I don't know them. But what I do know is that on both sides, there's been a massive loss of life. Human life has been extinguished. Bombs have been dropped. Bullets have been flying. And the loss of life has been happening on both sides. I don't choose Israel or Palestine. I choose life. I choose to y'all stop it. That's what I choose. How can Donta get up here and choose a side? That's not my war. That's not my people. How can I hate somebody and love the other? But I have no idea about. But I do know this. I'm a Bible man. And it says that the children of Israel is the jewel of God's eye. But that don't really mean nothing. This is the problem. This is the problem. Race, religion, money, all these things divide us human beings. If you strip away this flesh, we are all made of the same thing. Bones, guts, blood. Jesus speak about that the life force is in the blood. This is why we do not supposed to consume blood, because the life force of a human is in the blood. This is why we are covered in the blood of Yeshua. This is why when Adam and Eve sinned, God demanded a blood sacrifice. And this is why the animals were sacrificed instead of Adam and Eve. You know, Satan, he said a truth and a lie. A truth and a lie. He said that you should not surely die, but you're going to be like God, knowing good for evil. Good and evil, you're going to know. You're going to be just like him, knowing good and evil. Well, Satan told the truth about one thing, that our eyes was open for us knowing good and evil, but we did not die in that day. Adam and Eve didn't die in that day. A blood sacrifice had to happen. This is why Yeshua was sent here to die, to be that ultimate blood sacrifice. There's a hellfire that burns day and night. There's a hellfire that burns with tremendous force. Hell has enlarged its mouth so wide that you cannot even measure it. The lake of fire burns forever and ever. This is God's wrath. You know, when a baby get molested by a man, or somebody get killed unrighteously, and there's real life Freddy Kruegers and Jasons and Michael Myers out here taking lives for no reason. This is why the hellfire burns when intent is so intense. And the torments of the hellfire is so great. This is God's wrath. This is when you ask, why do God allow certain things to happen? This is why. This is why I asked God, I asked Jesus, I asked Yeshua to cover me and my family in the blood. I trust God. I believe in Jesus that he'll protect me and send angels to watch over me and my family. But I also believe in his knife. I also believe in that thing that I can't show on camera. I believe in that too. Because I don't know what God got in store for me. I don't know if I'm called to do this or do that. But I know one thing. I know one thing for certain. That I am promised death. But I know this. That one day I will leave this earth. But if I'm put in a situation, I'm going all the way out with it. I'm going to fight all the way until I can't move no more. And this is a word of caution to you demons out there that be all in my inbox writing me. This is just a cautionary tale. I got one life. I don't believe in reincarnation. I don't come knocking at your door. So do not come knocking at mine. I'm a man that come in peace and love. Here's my hands. But if you come with any type of aggression, it will get met with aggression. I hate that we have to live like that. You know what I'm saying? I hate that we can't just live in peace. Why? You know, some of us grew up in a way that our parents or somebody that loved us told us that if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. Let me tell y'all something what I do know about life. And I want to speak on and touch on homosexuals. I want to touch on homosexuals right quick. The reason why I don't gay bash is because I worked in the juvenile correctional facilities. I done met with boys and girls that was gay. And me understanding and looking at their background, a lot of these kids get violated, get molested by a male, a friend of the family, a daddy, an uncle. And these kids get traumatized. And then they don't know that what they doing is wrong. They don't know that in that trauma of them being molested by a grown man, it made them shut down inside. And they didn't get help. So they thought that this was the way of homosexuality. This is why Donta don't gay bash. Because there's some human beings that's homosexuals that have been traumatized, that never got counseling, that kept that inside of them. And some of these homosexuals out here, you can see it. You see it in the TikTok videos. You see it on YouTube. There's not no place of hate in my heart for homosexuals. What's in my heart for homosexuals is that I am sorry that you went through whatever you went through that got you that way. Let's think about it, y'all. Think about being violated. And then you hold that inside you and don't know how to express it. And now it got you thinking that you are not who you are. We all got trauma. We all got problems. We all got issues. Some of us sin. All of us sin. Some sins might look more crazier than the next. Remember earlier in this live, y'all, I told y'all in 100 years, I'm not going to be here. Unless God allow mankind to get some type of technology that'll prolong mankind life. In 100 years, I'm not going to be here. All this wickedness and unrighteousness is going on in this world. I don't know if it's going to matter, but I do know this. The children are our future. And I don't say that loosely and lightly. I know y'all hear that all the time, that the children are our future. Yes, they are our future. This is why Satan, Lucifer, the deceiver, want the hearts and minds of the children, because one day they are going to be the rulers of this world. It's not about the homosexual agenda. This war has been declared on our kids. It's been declared on our kids. Thank you, Lisa Love. Thank you for getting rid of these demonic demons. Lisa, thank you. Hey, I need for y'all to put a 1 in the comment section. That's for my moderator, Lisa. She on top of whatever she doing. Getting these demons banned to the bottomless pits of hell. I don't even know what's being said. But Lisa, thank you. That's how the devil move. Donta right now, y'all, is in a battle. I'm in a war with myself. I'm about to say something to y'all that y'all, and then I want y'all to ask yourselves. Y'all don't got to respond in the comment section. Y'all don't. The other day, I said to myself, Donta, if you died right now, where do you think you going? And I just couldn't say to myself, I'm going to heaven. If you have to think about where you going and don't know exactly where you going, that's a problem. I have to become a righteous man. I have to. I have to become a righteous man. The scripture says that you can only serve one master. You're going to love one and you're going to hate the other. And God do not like lukewarm. You can't be in the middle. You're either going to be righteous or you're going to be wicked. Choose. They say that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. It's near. I didn't realize how true that was until I really thought about it the other day. You can die of an aneurysm just like that with no warning. You can die of a heart attack just like that with no warning. I could be talking right now and Jesus, please cover me in your blood. But a bullet could come right through one of these walls and strike me right here on live. And I can be on Judgment Day. You know what I'm saying? I could be on Judgment Day right now. This is why every time before I go to sleep and throughout the day, I ask Jesus to forgive me for all my sins that I done did in the past, that I'm currently doing, that I did that day, and for the things that I have done that I am unaware of that I did. At the end of the day, Donta is really scared, y'all. Sometimes I get in these moods. And I wonder about myself. I wonder about my fate. We don't know. Some of us do know why we are here. I'm a man that do believe in God. I know that since I believe in God, that before I was, He crafted and made my soul. And through fornication of my mother and father that wasn't married, ended up having sex and produced me, my soul was created and sent here. So I wonder, could it? Somebody said, Donta, you used to have a church. You should be a pastor. You should open up a church. I reach more people. I reach more people on social media than I could ever reach in brick and mortar. The church is inside of you. Donta cannot stand up in a traditional way and preach because I know I'm not right. Donta is not right inside. I battle with certain sinful things that as a man that believes in Yeshua, in the Holy Scriptures, that, and it's a daily fight. It's a battle. The Holy Scripture says that you do not praise God and use profanity with the same tongue. I cuss. I've been working on that. But you know what? My biggest thing is, you know what? Let me stop playing military mind games. I think I do know. I think I do know why I'm here. I think I do know why I've been spared from death. I truly believe that my mission is to save souls. If it's not to save souls, it's to at least lead, at least drop seeds. Mass majority of the human race do not believe in God. Add on to that, the mass majority of the world do not believe in Jesus, Yeshua. The three biggest religions in the world is Christianity. We're just going to go with two. Christianity and Islam. Islam and Christianity both have dark pasts. Islam and Christianity both have shed blood in the name of God. In the name of God. Y'all got to understand that the atonement of sin is blood. Blood must be spilled. I don't know the fate of myself, but what I do know is this. There's many times that I could have been snatched out of this world on my own doing. On my own doing. But for some reason, I was spared. I'm going to tell y'all how the devil worked, man. I told myself I'm going to start being righteous. I'm going to start studying the scriptures even more. And I'm going to bring it out through my videos that I drop. There's people that know what type of path that I'm on. But yet they try. I don't know, is it Satan using them? Or they really want to see the destruction of Donta. But there's some people that's be trying to put me in situations and predicaments that would jeopardize. There's a lot of people that depend on me. A lot of people. What that look like, Donta, Channel 12 News, done did A, B, C, and D. This is why I stay home. This is why I don't go out. They say the more that you know, be careful of what you want to know. The more that you know, the more knowledge and wisdom that you acquire, the more saddened you become. The more that you know, the more this world, it becomes more darker. I love my kids. I love them. But I hate that I have to bring them into this world because I know how dark and ugly it will be. I said will be. And dark and ugly how it can get. And I got sons too, y'all. All sons, all boys. Sometimes I wish that they would never grow up. And that they just remain the ages that they are. Oh. I'm going to tell y'all something, though. Instead of choosing a side between Israel and Palestine, we just need to pray for them. Pray that they would stop this and they resolve this with no more bloodshed. Let's pray for everybody in Flint, Michigan, right? That's living in poverty, that's living in squalor, that is living in inhumane conditions. And for everybody in Flint, Michigan, that is out here killing and being killed. Likewise in Detroit, and in Chicago, in Atlanta. And it hurt me to say. Let me tell y'all something. For y'all that don't know, Donta grew up a nice portion of his life in the great ATL. I got a lot of Atlanta stories. I got a lot of Rockdale County, Conyers, Georgia, Covington, Georgia. I got all them stories for y'all. I done had the best times of my life down there in the South. I called one of my cousins a couple of months ago. I ain't been down there to the A-Town in a couple of years. And I told my cousin, yo, I'm about to come down there. He said, bruh, don't come down here. I said, why? He said, man, this ain't the same Atlanta that you knew. I said, what? See, the Atlanta that I grew up in, yeah, people died here and there. But the Atlanta I grew up in, we used to fight. It wasn't nothing to fight. It wasn't nothing to put hands up and get hands laid on you. It was nothing. But when cats from Chicago and other places started migrating there, my cousin said, bruh, this ain't the same Atlanta, man. It's I don't want you down here, no bullshit. Don't come down here. That hurt me, y'all. When we was kids, some of us, because everybody didn't have a good childhood, but when I was a kid, even though I was poor, I still had good times. I still had good times, even when I was poor. But It's hard being grown. It is, having these bills, responsibilities. It really is. Nobody told me that being grown was going to be easy. Nobody ever told me that. I don't want to become a kid again. I don't. But, because I enjoy being an adult, but being grown, man. Being grown, it comes with a lot, especially when you're taking care of your business. Hold on. Yeah, life is what you make it. And that's another thing. I'm not making no excuses. Now listen, I know sometimes we can't control. Okay. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, y'all. We can't control. Um, if we can't control everything in our lives, we can't control everything. But just be mindful. Just be mindful that some people out here don't got nobody. There's really some people out here that don't got nobody. Sometimes due to their own actions or due to shit just happens, life. But always remember, y'all, try to be kind to people. Try to be a assistance to somebody. Try not always being someone that takes. Be someone that gives. I told y'all earlier that sometimes I wonder about my fate. I do. Sometimes I wonder about my fate. You can only control what you can control. But like I said, y'all, I got a crazy video that I'm dropping tomorrow. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Hey, check this out, y'all. I just opened up this knife. I just got this knife from somewhere. I just unscrewed this top. And something came out of it. What is this? What is this? So I got this hunting knife and I unscrewed it. What is this stuff? Okay. Got some matches. Is this a sewing needle? What is this? And a button. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Oh, but anyway, y'all. Donta love y'all. And I mean that. Because some people Some people, just imagine not ever really hearing somebody tell you that they love you. Just imagine going through life and your own mama never told you that they loved you. Listen, and I know some people, it's hard for them to say that they love you because they maybe was never showed love. But if y'all never heard somebody tell y'all that they love you, Donta is going to tell y'all that he love you. I'm not trying to be funny, and it's not on no homo stuff. And it's crazy that I even got to say that. But Donta do love y'all. And that comes from, we are really strangers. But I believe in the Bible, and I believe that we all come from the same source, and that we all are family, whether you white or black, Chinese, whatever. We all are family. We all got our own cultural differences. But if nobody told you today or ever that they love you, Donta love you. The Holy Scripture says that God said that he wouldn't want nobody to perish. Nobody. He don't take delight in people perishing in their sins. He don't take delight in that. I'm gonna leave it at that. What's up, Restless No More? I'm gonna leave it at that, y'all. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, I'm dropping a crazy video. Y'all make sure y'all be in the building. Ask Jesus to forgive y'all for y'all sins. If they knock this live down, y'all already know what time it is. And with that, y'all, I am out. As soon as I can figure out how to end this live. Huh. Matter of fact, what is, hold on, what is this? Oh, that's something else. Uh-oh. Man, I don't know how to end this live, y'all. I'm trying to... Hold on, man. What the heck is going on here? Look, y'all, I got an iPhone, and I can't get out the dang live. I'm trying to find what the heck is it at? Okay, that's the... Yeah, this is weird in the mud. Huh. Outstanding. What the heck is this? Okay, so I think this thing just want me to go live forever. Oh, there you go. All right, y'all, I'm out.